compare say what to me young compare. I wish your boy. I rather know near automatically I was saying. And yes, I'm more catch it all. Or Batman needed don't you buy or Bama cigar with you. I just say, what to my married handsome man. There is hand your hand, there is something. We years of Ubia one Professor More. Gasra,
Bama,
good morning, good afternoon, Yamre.
Good morning.
When they,
Maybe I share who we are.
Yes,
And I have
magic.
that we have a call there.
Oh, I don't know your mumpai won't you?
It does say about pie man so far for him by Emily Panny that bay.
And in there,
Imagine and me that's a passer who subain to so more can. Na more can, Musha Muyi, Munimu. Munimu. More can. Munimu. Na Makwaba.
Council, me more Aquabo.
Aquaba na me more than so tiasie. Baby atena ne ntena hokwa.
No correct.
Na wote ho a ese obetena yie. Na ye wura busumi fufuro mu.
No correct.
Ento betena se a no watena yie. Baby atena ye ntena hokwa me sa bosu bio. Na obetena mani ma no ahwe yie. Say you call that some now stress it is obi nunu.
Oh, Council, order you.
Who say you need a handsome man? Which means a man whose hands there are something in it.
No.
Are you one of them? Because I am there and faton and say me buy me.
Say.
So possible I'm there and faton. And only ha. And she ran so I me use to kakra. Only ha. So kohima so na breastfeed ama na ni matwe. Say say why na ka me use.
I think you switch that.
Shire ni ho.
And so better.
Na ga dey wey see the liko dai wo.
Timi ana be use.
Man kasa apo na wanya kai de. Won sem wo bi de.
Oh, men sem wo bi na nya paasa.
Na mba pel.
Oh. Intimi nchire mu sa.
Na open ma.
Oh, be ma de say bo.
Me bi say so ye be ma na open ma.
O ma de mepe.
Me da so ho. Unsemu ni bi so open ma. Na say ma pe handsome men. Handsome means a man whose hands
are some.
Now can have some in ama me de belated happy birthday be kwama yera ose kwame despite em say nra o say na nansa odi na woda kama ne fe na sika kasa na me de enchia kase kwama doctor say kwame despite na pamfo na adwumayefo na busuafo nyina na mba nyina e ma mo papa mo any enkwapa long life prosperity any ahonding na wa wote me ne mankra we nkose mbese me mat party kese ma despite na me be ya ma director me be birthday party ama de microphone be ye nyina me hu ni se birthday party ba se sia me ne okasa de me ankasa matum hu asiwo se me ba be ye birthday party ama director na me nye hu enye bibia na me ba be ye na beya ma director ni nwa be ma oforisapo me de Faradixon be ka ho na ni ba be ma panyin Ken City director ono so be ka ho na brantie bi a otada o machi pa nso o program director Fred Rojakoti e say maximum of 7 people na me party na ma 7 pe na aduane a me pesa me serve e ma kwa me despite any na pamfo nyina enye aduane kese bia e beans ni gari any cabbage yabaji beans gele koko aye den kakra ne ya di cabbage aguso eni menu a be serve ne a serve Jack Daniels ana friend insane saying Jack Daniels and son boy den na ye de soboru kakra ye local fradix nti ono mu nsa na roja kwati teast ne ye de obete eno ye ginger base ne de aka mi mo bia kono so ade na ye de special ice nso aka ho ne nwa panyi ni nti na aduane a me ban nti osekwa be despite director wa direct na me service specific meal beans gele and a cabbage a son say me pese wotan ohia fota
say
well say sike
enya adwempa nso na wo de ka ho de amona say adwen ta bi
nti o ka se nya adwempa twa na nya me ka se tia
da bi o se ne wo de beans mo bi se ne esan say o pese o ye say nti na wo de ma
me pese otan ohia fota na ewiase mo bi da hospital se sia de nya masisi ni so mo to bento ye be sala manata diet Canada na oye sikani nti o ta sikafo nta sikafo ta otin scent no so ba eye perfume o ja se me funny face ni lewe wo area ba bi na sikani bi kan ye ho e na etan bi pie ye se na sikani ni ti wono oye se aha so e na mu se wata e so chia ne to but scent ni pie no bi ankasa
okay
lewe won se lewe ankasa se oye din kura de nim yehu enti ti so osere but anche bia na lewe time ye tini dia ne pa na kan eno bia de share no enti ohia ni time yete skeni time yente enti enna ye director woda belated baby party am yama na dia de mi hia ni beans ni cabbage se na bia ne time besesa na wa town hia for tan o time bia che those days na onyanye skase no no ton hia for se si ade ne tan nyina ye vegetarian perfume rented enti me ton sa fro aboafo nyina ambese mo boa me hia beans me hia gele me hia kokko me hia cabbage de hia ne se me hia mwa e de aye party a masikani ba ko okure mu ye rakwa me despite nyame hira wa wutie na mafutuo yi nkoma mo a mo pese bo baby social media fo abo nyina mbetua mo a mo ba be social media patapa brofo wo be social media ya
asemi na de be
social media ti obi aye bi sisi ade social media asem ye patapa pa unu no ne yire ne picture unu se wi asem pa se lewe ani magu ase okuro mu se na lewe ho tan se patapa watimi asori akọwari broni kokọ oni ni gina otwa picture pa na won se wi asem no nyame amboa ye nkakranka na ge to ye dimbi uko ati
o ka san so me no nhyeda nya
na se me na mentina ha obi di ya agenda
esa se onu no pe ana se broni ne pe e no no fa no e bia lewe ya na je se onu nya yi dia se ne de
na lewe ko fa broni wa
na broni nya
na patapa ne lewe wana ne ho fe
asa lewe ho fe
se patapa akwa woni su tewu
bam kura
a wo chese lewe a wada ana wanya ne
o se wada kura na
we fa se patapa
o kura
ndi ehun ni ye
o
lewe ne ho tan pa o
ne ho fe o
adabe na hu
last year ya
wa hu
around
enye TV so we share lewe say chese ne ho fa se patapa
o kura
mo wa pictures wa ha o me de beti social media omu two pictures no
o de ya no wa compare me no na de bisa
na de na identity na person chese lewe hu fa se patapa de na wa hu
o se lewe ni o de o ni kura ni chocolate color de da so
den
chocolate color da
lewe
me am ka tiro
and hu na che
hu ni che
ni abo the bonds akwa we skin to say body a ya tutun tum we de no to patapa abrantie pa me no ye fine na the episode ni ko dia twan man ka se ntia why
oh David no kura no
said dey
no kura de ne kan o mia we na kan na ho ato because lewe ne ho of you
sa
ho of you lewe ho of you
oh we say wa ma bibi kakra nya fi
oh ne
but e be si bia no patapa wa di broni
o bending
akalewe mpo beti ni broni atwempra otumi nya mpo di atwempra
e bia na ompe
onya
dem e bia na ompe
onya
obi akono de e bia no so broni
nya na nya na onya
onya sei
se patapa ate brofo sen lewe
ojidi o de me ndi achinya kwa ajaji se me hwem
na what to say patapa kan brofo da o video what is lewe read that
oh living back oh the brother mention
oh school
me no mention that
live was school and you go come na 7 American aggressive me chiao
and na who's your for me kai
hey ya wura February mu oni aba yaba nso ni aba yaba de ni aba sisi eyeri ye da koto baby esi ade to enti asam baby o ye de aseda kase emu odu bema body line clothing se wa hye matade ma ba ha naked na me ba ha naked ya kana be asam kase ma Kofi Adoma won wani Kofi TV bibi obeso otwa enti asofo etiefo baby am wo nyina me chia mo esiko yima me chia wo afunu wa hu se aba wo nda fom hwe bra wo bre ahomache wo nda aklasi dwenu afasua so go yima ni ma ye huhu ye ma trikwa na afi na wa sha ase 5 more to go oba na pada so go yima
so go we near you
e wona ade na ujana no wana bi mic no abranti baby asem ni ko Shatawale ni Stone Boy there's a manager or a supporter or a sponsor or get it money person
individual answer
unim abayo na okuma Stone Boy Aisha say Aisha Mudio say Aisha money Mudi won Aisha Mudi and Shatawale baby ade ne nam no ese esuma mame akua no ne Shatawale enko kasa ese Shatawale oba no ho fe okosra na ne jimie etiko na Aisha Mudi je baby a wadu no watra be careful enti Mudi Aisha Mudi watra be careful enti onumpo de agise ofori amponsa kasa na otie enti yembo ya homodne ani omumienu ne nkasa yemfro mo ferefo ne ade omo nkasa ufra abegu santana de ko asem no be sei eso mo nyina omumienu nyina fere abegu enti eni bi obehu ni first ba etiefo ebe ya nka mo nja omumienu mo nko kakra ese ye Stone Boy e launch abombo instead of settle dispute beef ni very tough now like this bill the new gentleman who got married in town mechiao and abrantie yin so wo media general abrantie ya ne to bebrebe your friend say oh guy na oni to doso o be ma ne yefu kase ne to so bebrebe unim no unsu de enche na ara fi nkrofo owo 3 FM oye drive time me kai di abebo ni di a kire owo din bi pa open mar off pemapa ni din crowd ti a won se obi open mar ono any Alexis bill and enra memre de atwa mu yi Daniel Samuel Bedu another Samuel Bedu abeka ho omo abom papa omo ni masa omuni masakra omuni masa omti se ga bia menim no omuni masakra enti Giovanni Caleb Giovanni any Alexis bill any another Samuel Bedu omo dancing competition bi omo abompa na me ka se menim sa but finally me hu se me better but ene ochina nyankopon ye na ade achia ochina ye me president birthday president of Council Lutheran Foundation from the United States of America ya ofran ochina nyankopon ya adoma on the 5th of February ne wo no na me hira na o ma ne kwatente nye obi a na ta machi enkrofo kakra bi pe ne pese de me ye no mo so machi ebo machi dom menti ochina anopa ba enu bi abobo bi an kai se wo ba wish na happy birthday ama me sa na wa chede bi ade be ma ya ofran me fa ma ne direct for fa me so coronavirus nti na me sanitize and sana ofanko sika kra for fa me so 0277 609 644 ye wo ba mo ni bra na ochira ye wish na happy birthday ni enkoye ni ene nukure wo me se enkomo a ese ye di no eye ahonde enkomo na enkomo e be di ni se fiti last week ye di enkomo atwe se enhihye ben ene se be ma ye anse no kase me ware enhihye ben na se oba ye anse no kase me be se me ware me pese be bisa se wa ware da no waja ya na
no da bi
sese we ya no wa ware da
ma wale
mi so wa ware da
ma wale nyese ma wale da ma wale
aguso wale
me gusu wale
Da be na wo jai.
Na say awale nya dia ye jai. Awale nya contract na say anambo.
Hwe na ho anchiri wo. Me say da be na wo jai.
Okay, me nyai.
Men ka we wa ha o.
O me nyai na dey.
Na nyuntulu bi ka bi. Afi da wale ni gu ye no. O de aye mpaibo ene nyumto. Hey, sisi la ma for me chiao. Dia bi ka ni ti. Bema. Da be na ja wale.
O me nyai.
Men ka
eni mi ti mi se me jai.
O sa? Eti awale ja ye ba be dey.
O Emma.
Matie. Eti afo. Ade ye live Facebook. Na o wan na aka say bo din na grofo nya record.
Oh, Francis Odro Sian entry.
Sian Odro Francis entry. Ama ya ti ase say no awale onjai.
Ma wale for yi ni me dey jai.
Eyi ben na ma ben na ko boss sia no. O yiri tie body an hwe. Yi pra twe ni film.
O men twem bra sisi.
Wa empra na wo tama ne twe me fa nka ho ase na wale.
Me ka say me hwe awale me ko 10.
10 years.
No me nya 10.
Only wale 10 years.
10 years ni.
Oh, send the onya ade. Na wona ya no.
Na ebi mu nya dodo na nya say.
Ebi wan Bobby din.
1 month ni e.
Bobby din wan.
Be say 4 years no mo jai.
Sogoyima.
O say.
Sogoyima se wana aka no.
Da lo me sira me mo ni din.
Da me se na ka say bi mo nya say.
Nkomo aye die ye mo bi edin.
Sa Sogoyima na wale wa obi na wale bi o Remo.
Omo ma wale Remo say mo.
Na say Sogoyima wale wa bi na wale ro dachi. E o Remo ha.
Oh, Debbie.
Anu na just wa ha. Eti e ka se fa wale for ho a ye be fre Sogoyima.
O be friend gas nye say ye be friend.
Ne nyam no na e show ya.
O na wo friend say me.
Na wa de bi e mic ne ma me abrante. Eti Francis Chese onyanja wale e.
Da nyanya.
Na nkwala aba de say ya. Fidie chi awo ani sunko. Hani ati o.
Oh yeah, that's it ya.
Say na ne yefusi na nim ya. Why a pregnant man yi.
O 6 bucks e ba na say.
O say
6 bucks. E be ba na say.
What go there?
Oh, and there was so 7 fear ba na di.
Na wo ka ho 10 years ago na wo hia say see ade ho ye goose. Oba bi ampe wo. Wa eba git na yiri jai.
Maybe mra me nsem na he. On beba.
Enti o yiri tie dia. Dia tie wo kunu entwempra ne say o hia ni ntia. Bia
o hia ni ntwempra.
O hia ni ntwempra. Ukunu bra obrenti. Da nyame ase me maska ba ni say wo Yesu di mo. Na ukunu nyeska wa twempra dia bompa ya say me mo nyeska. Ese ukunu nyeska wa twempra. Bible.
Enya ko fu ese me ya fu.
Eti yakase awade hu hia. Na brantie bia wusi so a udum pempenso e so wale a won wale no. E de anim guase e na brew. Eti ye pese obi a hu se ba bia wadu sesi a no ye nhhehye na ye na wale. Tama so gohima ton force e wo kuro mu no. Papa bi beton ade wo nanim ho. Edu oton ne efre ne ye na wale. Ye na wale. No to ade wo to gohima nchen. Enti ye kase ye na wale a enye bibia e yeduro e ne apema ma se je ye na wale. Na awade ade ba the best obi se men country of Francis. Say awale jai the about remember you have just a few years. Only a few years to go. Emu awale ache na catch us say you have a few years to go.
Oh, say ekra my bi. 10 years na mi gusu a. Ya reshem.
Oso areshem awale ni nya na so te ho. Ye ko enim. Etiefo ene ye besua kwa ye faso. Eye hihye e de wale. The issue is that a man's preparation towards marriage is not the same preparation a woman should make towards marriage. Last week, we had a clear discussion within the clear distinction that what a man needs so he could be a husband to a woman is not the same thing a woman needs so she will become a wife. Now, as you share back with that from a say every man who wants to marry must know that he is a breadwinner. Brofun makano. Be me bia ye wani suade hu se wo pese wo ware no. De di kan na se hunya nimu se wo etumi to ma esu obi so. Wo ekaka dia yetumi de hwe ye ho ehwe oba. Oba bia otie me say repeat asem wa bio. more than 10 years ago. Let me repeat today too here that don't allow a poor man to marry you. If you're a woman, you marry a poor man, you will die early and go to hell. Bonsam jemusoko a hobe shishia maupa. Eti common say, make sure that your focus is on a man who can provide for himself. 3 square meals plus common snack. Mishan Crawford, ginger ya mean tony. A boost to immune system. A mouth clear throat. A ye flaps. A mouth fresh breath. Ushia brantiana the children say on Toby. O yenti. Oko bien na no akasa. O si e sen 10 cities. 10 cities there. Make a fun here. Kasla ne boy de. Te sumame. Be me bia obe share me on to me to ginger 10 cities bia no. Abaya bi wale na be bread. Sankrofo de didi we on to me nyeskan to gam into the numa yi jeni. And to we are now say jeni we the num basa basa yo hia. Abaya wutie me obaya say the two hia se. O kwa wade ase a. Men ware be ma ne ho so ye. Be ma on to me ma we dan yendem. Enye dan me dem. Me dem ye obey the win self contain. A dan keto ba akwa ye de ketia chem. Force ketia ye chem ye de peg aso mfimfin. And then from about home panel. Yeah, the Shenyan Center of teenage pregnancy apartment. The American say, Open Bema Walewa, and your Bema or this single room. Obia Bufu and family. Men worry Bema or this single room. Bema Una or your Debbie a bay ye. I am from Swakes, yes, or one. I say, Anya ya obey a day. And I ever ye when your spondylosis or the fire. When I are the body be as I say, what way? Where more boy will see so? What the mattress so student mattress too of ye. Na se si a brand table wallow, non wako to form. Ye call your name. Ana ababa say. John Dramani mama, no ababa say. And ye call your name, in say, forward ever. So if you want to get prepared as a man to get married, because of the things I'm saying, prepare your financial statement. Have a regular income. Have job security. Regular income. Nyesika when it does so say bosumi bia na watwe bia edebia eba. Ubetime yi biadi. Enye so bi ti abrochi a uye adwuma de bia na fa koto bank man enye no bi na meka no. Sika de fa de pansem pa o. Na je se enye ye de antia. Hwe sika egu me nsem de bia me ko ba na sika de fa de pansem. Na sika fa nsem de enye den. Ye fa wale. Me ba be fie. Have a regular income. There to so bio. Have job security. Job security you'll be a very marketable person. Or yet my rainbow near you dear. And yes, I feel no classes. I want to make say. Yen was well trump, Debbie. Or be a near you if you rainbow. Actually, so 2 weeks, another station met my so a marketable. What I say? And you obey one year, answer about what you saw a while. So I said, no, me can would bet to jump. I'm an come. I feel dear. Baby, I done. She said, cost Utuma me fee, Utuma be fee. Na asase kitwa na eda echi wona ya jato ho se eye bi ba ye fa nkomyansi yon ugututu fo makosi ye enkrafo mbe ma mechia wo he enkrafo mbe me bi jimi nko numu ahia da ejo mi e wona no ni makoska ma landlord ko de yende mi to matwa single room ko na enye single room o single mi to matwa single room ko ejo mi wona boni jo nga che yo ba hinje Obawa in a crash, shall come here no. Secret in your mind, show me your mind, my spoil to a casway. Yeah, I go call my spoil. I mean, I yesterday, yeah, spoil a short. When I go crab, you can be one of my mean, and I am a crowd over the jaw. No more shy be an enemy to my truck won't go to your floor. Not even you are no small like a Canadian and go over the jaw. Don't hear this language and follow marriage. A young man who want to just put a structure on in the father's compound. So that he will marry you. He's not qualified to be married. A man who wants to marry you into a family house, don't agree. He's not ready for marriage. That could be said.
Counselor,
yeah.
On a more serious note.
Which one is not serious? So all that I'm saying is not serious.
Oh, it's serious, but
sorry.
On the more serious.
No, you can't tell me more serious. No, I'm speaking seriously. I tell you on the more serious. I want to treat you well. I want to treat you well, Francis. Don't bring yourself. So share your mind. Don't say on the more serious. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by the more serious? Because do you only understand one English?
Oh share on a situation any papa.
Why papa?
Dear Okwaji ne dan no. Ne papa.
Auntie.
And our Oji dan baako. Say papa.
Are you serious?
Ne papa no.
That you are going to marry in your father's house.
Ne papa no.
Any man who marries a woman in the father's house doesn't respect the woman. If your husband marries you and take you to his father's house, he doesn't respect you. And then hide down. Who should not cry more? Call Grumman. One after her, open that one cry. No, open that one cry. What are you talking about?
Oh, Papa, you down a diamond.
Oh, pay single room, Mamma, what if you were sit dying? And Obia one dying. Only in a 4-bedroom house. Never while about the better single 1-bedroom house was that. Are you serious? Ah, Francis.
Obi na dia bet na me.
Afi obi na dia, but you wadwe na beso hye no.
Obi na dia bet.
Ati o ka obi message. Hwe me nya kaseti a. If you're really ready to marry, you need to provide shelter for the woman. Do you understand? The same way, young lady, hear me. Don't support any man to rent a place because he wants to marry you. If a man wants to get married to you, he needs to have what it takes to rent. This is not the time where I say, na kami hu dan bi fefe bi wo Choco Avenue. Na and then madam for be agent bi afra me say Choco Avenue dey the toilet ni fie ho. Na Avenue na chi toilet na public toilet na obi ayusu. Enti na nka me say yes foforo bi abeda osu. To papa say ho de na better na ho de no unya 5 yes 500 den ka ho. Na me the power they count 50-50 bi na da so ne enko na sika nyina me de nyina ka de me de ko ware won tina kan bibisa say wo betwa ko dwuma mu ama rebo forma o 1000 bi na mfi aso so de ko hide tie me menye never allow a man to marry you who will beg you for support before the marriage. Don't. If the man cannot provide a befitting shelter, a shelter that can make you feel comfortable, don't go in for such a man. So man, hear me. If you don't have what it takes to rent, don't marry. Stay single. Stay. Yes, I know the place is dark. Sorry. I mean, Musumu Pekasa. Oh. Wait. Are they? Bibi Ambeka. It's true. It's true. You are not lying. It is me. It is me here. It is me. Facebook for the Obi after was sending WhatsApp. Yeah, dark. Me and me I mean, body like clothing thing never go black tie. Come on, bow tie. Tell me. So if you want to marry, don't waste your energy in marrying a man who is not preparing himself. The next thing, a man that is ready to marry is not a man that will see a woman and give the woman money to go and buy things so that they will prepare to get married. Bema wasu awade no onhia oba entisika mane se jefa koto nyama na fanya awade
se ebia ye the list na man se ebia
onje list ye mba hokro onje list.
Oh, okay.
No hia wo no o se margin se be se mwado nti bosumi bia ye twempena no mema 200 e dey ato bia to sa bema wale na wa you will suffer for the rest of life. Because listen to me very carefully. He is never prepared to be married. So every day he's giving you 200. If he's going to give you 200 for the next 7 years, he will use you for the next 7 years. And anytime you talk, now we are Kasa baby. Last week, me pesa me warawanka. Nakama 200 defa kotontuma. Ubeya shower dia to hunya mama ya dia walo. You see the difference? He is using you and giving you money, Francis, and your mind is that that's a lie. A man who wants to marry you doesn't bargain with you to collect money to go and buy things to marry yourself. The next thing, a man's preparation towards marriage is that a man must be prepared enough to buy the list, the things on the list when it's provided. Yeah, the list the man ebusia for. You better tell me list. Yeah, the list ma branch be so many on one day. No, to me the list in be he's disqualified as a husband. Say makoji krata if you bush for say me be on one day. Na ma say be chire wo ba no. The man is not qualified to marry you. He's not.
Okay, ebia na on say do say no dey me hu.
Kasa.
Almost say e was say oba no pese ohun ebia na niema no ebia no magina bab na ebia o magina niema no do. Na one listen my oba na bushia wo. Why na dey my oba na bushia. Eti we bushia for the list niema no me agimi for. Are they not saying enough? Why do you go and cross check whether they gave the right thing? So what excuse is that?
One I can't say now.
Osufa
Mami ne nama.
Nipa mienu.
Omoni mbie.
Omo be kire.
I hope somebody rainbow ha.
O da me
Me da nyame ase. So mo han kana kama ye yimadi. Ese na se de eche ho musu ahwe. So the truth of the matter is that when a man is ready to marry you, he should have whatever it takes to buy whatever they give him on the list to do. Now, a man who is ready to marry you should have a particular savings, which is uncatchable, but it's called marriage savings. Hear me. Any man who is planning to marry you and tells you, let's open a joint account, is disqualified.
How's that?
Bema person what was say MBA account in boom our account. He is disqualified in your life. Your preparation to marriage should not include you finding opportunity to open a joint account with somebody's daughter.
We know you.
Now one man just smaka. Why be here point inside the American? So once you are preparing to marry, you should think about this thing. The other part is that a man preparing to marry should not be thinking about what should a woman do to help me. Because a woman is not supposed to be a support to a husband. A woman is supposed to be suitable, not a support. So preparing to marry, you don't look for a support from a wife. You look for a suitable helper. You see, a support is, for example, I'm casting a pillar in a construction work. I will do the members that will hold the concrete. It's called a support. My original mind is that when I remove the carvings or the wood on it, I get back the design of my pillar. Yeah. So the support that I'm using on the pillar is not needed. It's the pillar that I need. So immediately I get the pillar, I throw the support into firewood. Tia me pa. Se man kan de wati asia. Obi sidan na obeye concrete. Okoto pembro. Eko pendua wall board. Na ya bo. Ye bo wi a ye de iron words eguso. Ni ya cast concrete na eguso. Na be huni dan ne fair. Obeyi support na ye no. Endua na ode boy no. Enti obe bia a wo da ni support. Emma bema a o person ware wo no. Or why do we know you support now? You become useless.
Okay,
so support ni say bema ya sit on to mensia na oba say me si so no me sika nyina me de tontome gu ho Francis sika na de beton to fa ya de foforo mema on to mensia no fa ma busa fo no fa nya mo ade me catch us say bema sa wale wa kosi da be wu on to hwe ma bio. A man must prepare himself that if he needs support to build that particular structure called marriage, he should find the support, but the wife should never be a support. Because when you become a support, you'll be removed for the original material to come up. One tiasia when what you may have be me say bear man to me nyan boafo who is suitable partner. Who is a suitable partner? Tieni ye ba bear man person ware no so ye bear man person ware no. In your preparation you must be a man. Being a man means that you are physically structured as a man. Sexually, you are thinking as a man. Who oba, who are konomo oba. Obema to be jinasu chema oba. Yes. Preparing as a husband in future, you need to have the ability that your male organ can erect and stand. And you should have desire for women sexually. What I say? So when you don't have the desire for women, but you have the desire for your wife, you are not supposed to marry. Preparing to be a husband means that you should have desire for women.
Women.
Yes. Ese wunya akono ni atenkama emma. Enya atenka as an NGO. Atenka yedi kompemu agro. Francis. Preparing to be a husband, you need to have the desire for women.
But not
a wife.
Oh.
Any man who have a desire for a wife becomes a burden in marriage. Yes. When you are preparing to marry, we have what we call choosing a life partner. And in life, you will only be able to choose when you have more than one option.
Okay.
So you need to have taste for all women. Then among all women, you choose one as a wife.
Yeah, it's true.
But if your taste is just for one woman, you are a burden in marriage. So preparing to be a husband, have the desire for women. And out of your desire will spring out the ability to become a husband. Preparing to be a husband. Preparing to be a husband, you have to think of being a husband, not a brother, not a prayer warrior, not a pastor, not a CEO or a houseboy, not a sex mate. Mema watinka wode pa wade ade nkoye se upo bi edi so upo bi a order na around upo bi a done in a houseboy upo bi the nash so and na yempem agro. Your desire to become a husband must be for the fact that you are a man and you want to have a wife. Seriously, be with a wife so that in marriage you will see yourself as a husband. If you are a pastor and you want to get married, think of being a husband. If you are a chief executive company of Rainbow Radio, think of becoming a husband. If you are the head of the mortuary attendant, think of becoming a husband. If you are the director general of a media house, of a company, you think to become a husband. Prepare to be a husband. If you are a lawyer, prepare to be a husband. If you are a prayer warrior, prepare to be a husband. Don't begin to hide behind your profession because you are not a pastor at home. You are not a DJ at home. You are not a radio host at home. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So the challenge is that prepare to be a husband. So look for the role play of a husband. A husband must be a provider of physical things, provider of shelter, food, security, love. My brother Francis, hear me. One of the mistakes we do is that husbands think that women must learn to do things to make themselves happy. Yes. Everybody in this world must learn to do things that will make you happy. But when a woman becomes a wife, her basic necessity for being a wife is to be happy because of the husband.
Whoa.
Yes. Every woman can be happy in the world. But immediately she becomes a husband, the first person that must make her happy, to be excited, should be the husband. So preparing to be a husband, you have to learn how to make your wife happy, not a woman happy. There are different things. Oh.
Wow.
You have to learn how to make a wife happy, not a woman happy. Because making women happy is not the same like making a wife happy.
Wow.
Managing a wife is more difficult than managing women. I'm telling you. Managing a wife is more difficult than managing a woman. Women can easily be managed, but wives are so difficult to be managed. So preparing to be a husband, learn how to manage a wife. Say that when you see person you kunua, akomanya wantini sikani nyansani nimdia, yade chichiro yire. Ese wunya. Eso be yire wo. Ube wura no mana yire wo.
Wo be wura no.
Mana yew. Uba sha wa konfo e akonhoma. Uwo bi o. Woni bi o. Obedi.
Obenom.
Obenom obehye.
Obeda.
Obeda wankuro mo. Baby a wo si yandum like say credit na kaketo a wo de no. Obeswesi so. Now go see your baby or fear be a quadrunti. Omundi aduane ade ache so dia bobo. O baba na friend na kase kitu bi asio na mo ye aduane o say oh this is about 3 days and I don't think we should eat 3 days too. So I'm waiting for there's a cat that comes behind the house and I'm trying to gather the food for the cat because the animals usually they need to get something to eat. Who born dog? Are you serious in life? So plan to have a wife, and you can only enjoy a wifeship when you're a husband. No matter I'm not even counting the number. The next thing you want to be a husband is that you should learn that as a husband, I'm now going to learn how to eat my wife's food. I say so yede ye oba ho ade na kai se enye oba no na eba be ye ho ade na wo na wo kwakọ ye oba no ho ade eti sua de ye gina so ade ye oba ho ade de twatwa mekasa na na su meka ma ne de ne se wo ne abusua eni twaka na wo ne wabusua enkasa wo ne oboba abusua fo nkasa tie mi ase na be bie lines no sua se wo ne ombe kasa ansana wesi awade kwan so. Make sure that you do expedition to your family's kingdom. Know where you are coming from. Know those that must support you to go and marry and do naming for you before you take a decision of getting married. Finally, if you are living with any woman right now as I'm speaking and you are planning to marry her, you will never get money to marry her. Let her go immediately.
How's that?
If you are planning to marry, and you are living with a woman already that you are getting money to marry her, you will never get money to marry her. Let her go. It's a waste of resources. It makes you useless. You not become useful. You are useless.
Maybe due to life or due to certain situations or due to certain conditions.
Like
now we are anything.
Like circumstances beside that. Only baby. Only baby. Put your beer lines now into whatever 12 you chrome. No abankran who be that bema so ashawo so yenda ye yeko. If a woman stays with you, you don't get money to marry her. They become bad luck on you. The obenya ombedi ma onko be bi ofie monda mountain under kiosmu under gatemu under oba unya NGO.
I wish you have one number 0204875875 and I said 0209875875. What would you ever? Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon, I wish I didn't be out free. You might taxi driver, that you might hit you.
Writing a bit in there. Let me writing a bit in there. Let me say myself, then writing. Yeah, child, dear writers, you're writing, even in the day. Say, I know about you, I won't get the one year.
I was your name, I free. Yeah. Catch the beat you. Send the same. I present come on one thing. Catch it. What the or say answer na wo be kwa wade mu no. E won wale nti onyanya wo yere.
edi kechre oba ne betena ho enfie miensa so na akọ ne ho de sa na aka no oba na ebusuafo omumini bie kura
kechre ya
and I say oba na ebusuafo mo na wotena 3 years asa na akọ ne ho de ebusuafo ne bie sure oba na gasa na ebusuafo ne hia
abusia odi me agasa free yaguzi etio no kore kama no kore ampa
they want to let you be that's the thing. Entinenses oba wodi aduane ma won se no owale no
okay
owale ni wiare wasua die nchiri wo ma bedi nchiri ni ma bedi meko nim kura bedi shelele
hello odi be agasa free yes okay oba pa eti odi
aine
osi aine osi
aine
osi aine
yedasi na ememura na bo bi ka to se mema be ma ne ho nsoyan wale wa waka bone atia o mami mesraw ento bi tufu se be ma ne ho nsoyan men wale na wa tufu bone nne ko wari di onye yie ohima wari di onye yie aine ye fi onye yie ye ma nwale
hello odi me agasa free sasai ono so da wase hello wouldn't be free yes sir oh baba mi anko e sesen
Debi no kai sa
okay dia oba dia wa no kan ye no dia wa no kan ya woni na anya adwen okay enyepe
matweo oh say ya kwadufo mbeme wo kuro imu kwadufo mbeme wo kuro mu twadoka Francis wo kwadufo na kasa wo kuro mu me too e hye okutu pase pebe bi tram papa asena ko ware o tira ka ye se e setra nya Francis ye won say o sha o sa na yepe se nyepe na afde hwe bi amabe yo me say
o mo ana
e pa na nyepe sa yepe e ti won sare nyepe a when your fingers are not equal and you force to bend them, they become equal. If you respect a woman, you will not marry her into a single room. The word is single room. It is meant to live as single people. But you can't get a young girl who is already renting a single room, marry her into a single room, and say, if you are ready to marry, provide befitting shelter. Men see single room. E wo papa fi asase ne so. Compound na papa ja to ho no. Enye wuti no jaye. O ja se eyiye be fi ho. Ye ya akola bi ye to akola bi din. Se ye shoba ho, ye shoba kawa. Ye meye wo fi ho. Na nya se wo na mo suko numa tietia ho atwetwe wo me safia asase no na wo me single room ho oba nti. What do you mean like that? 0277.
Okay, I was like,
Ginger no so ha. Mo ska mo to bi. Enyo hia fonti nya to ginger yi. Be ma no ho kire otumi to ginger 10 cedis. Who kita no hwe kakra gu nisam. Possible here 0277. What about WhatsApp 609 644. Nyam ye wadum na nya ba bi baba oba ba bi ewo no. Na ne ho nam nyina ate se saage no can use first sikapa. Na onkofa be ma bra fia. Be mo te single room anim guase tantan. 0277 609 644. Why you ba onim so ho ofe. Hwe no ofe anim guase ambra bu fie. Single room so yetrem. I got now wasi fie e de beji den 0277 609 644 obema bi o waro du got now wasi fie bia no oye within onyanka wawu bye bye
Abujafo afera maka so go ma wari ye no Majid e na to aso a ono so wari ye
wale nti so
Abujafo ye go fanya kuntemu nsem e de abrewo asukuni sikaba are ready sikaba de obo nne ye ne Sika.
Aya kanko. Aje so heavy.
You can't like you and
I'm
inviting all and sundry to support us. You know, politics is not like a tea party. Within the twinkle of an eye, be ready. And then we share and drink. But politics is hop, step, and jump, and you find yourself far away. I've appended my signature to it, and I'm inviting all and sundry to support us. You know, politics is not like a tea party. Within a twinkle of an eye, and then we share and drink. But politics is hop, step, and jump, and you find yourself far away.
It's not like marriage. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another wonderful education time. 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644. I am very, very excited to encourage all of you that let's follow all the COVID protocols. 0277 609 644 is the number. Whatever it takes, make sure that you get prepared before you become a husband. Don't be one of the burdens of the materials that we call husbands in our society. Because when you don't have what it takes and you go and marry, you disgrace the family you belong to and you short your life. Men, get prepared before you get into an adventure called marriage. I'm very, very happy for you to join me this afternoon again. God bless you wherever you are. Stay put, stay connected till I see you again. Bye for now.